Hello and welcome back. I'm Bebo Joe and this is Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. And the last episode is probably a great reminder that no matter how far we get into this season, we can still die at any moment. And today is no difference. We are about a year past where we were earlier and a little more money in the bank. Cool, we're back to the population that we had. But we're back to a previous problem that I pushed down the road, and the road has now caught up to us. What is this road you're speaking of? Well, it's not this rail, it's the road of bio-waste. And I found out something very interesting about nuclear waste, which I wasn't aware of, and there's a lot of those things that I'm not aware of, but that coal train's actually going over to the coal production line, which also has a problem, because everything is waste-related. Let's slow down so we don't run into the winter right away, but as you can see, our waste is fine. Our metal scrap is it's just overflowing all the time, and I'm keep doing that because you just spread it out into the area, and that's good enough, and that's fine. No, it's not fine at all. What I would really like to do is add the metal scrap recycling somewhere in this area too, so we have the steel all sitting together. Realistically, probably on this side, because the rail is already kind of connected to that part of the city. We'll see. We will add this. And in the year that has passed, besides growing our population back to what it was, these guys are actually turned on now. But there's something missing. What is missing? I don't have any asphalt laying mechanisms anywhere in this area, so we do need another construction office really quick, and then I have to probably purchase a few more blueprints that will allow us to actually build the thing that I want. But we're getting really everything out here besides workers right now, and that's just going to be a thing down the road. But the construction offices, because I have turned off pretty much all construction down here, should be able to pick up all the area, all the work that needs to be done here. There's a water well, water pumping station, and apparently, why not? Oh, you are turned off. Yes, the cement trucks didn't work because effectively, if this thing doesn't run the whole time, these guys will start just running in circles and starting to block each other, and that was very, very frustrating to look at. And yeah, I think I just have to move them. I don't know that there's a real other solution for these guys besides extending the drive that they can take, and maybe, yeah, let's just add another construction office and add it up here on the hill. You can't put it down the hill, can you? I don't know. I actually invited a couple bulldozers. Let's see, are they here yet? There's a bulldozer. Look at that. There's another one over there. Look at that. We got a couple bulldozers available in the area, so we can actually flatten out land if we really, really feel like it. Because it's not as bad as I always make it sound, but our excavators are faster for most of the situations that I want to be in, so that's what we're going to use. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just going to remove the cement truck location that is currently sitting there, simply because they're just getting into each other's way, and that is not super helpful. But then waste. Yeah, waste is our problem. We will get there. Don't worry. This is the last thing that we're going to do. It should totally fit in here if we just try a little harder. And if it doesn't, we'll find a better place for it. But this is the place where I actually want it to go. Up here is probably also fine. Yeah, it probably is. No, just don't get stuck on this one. Don't. There we go. That's totally fine. Get it into the ground a little bit. Make the road big enough so a mechanism can fit there, and you don't need workers for this. Try not to dig underneath the technical service office, and still didn't work. So construction office 7, this is going to be your job, and if you want to help with that one, you can. Helicopters, this is your job. Thank you very much. And just get going. We do have a couple cars coming in, dropping off workers for the cement and for the asphalt plant. I will turn this back on again just for right now, see if they can figure out what I want them to do. And we do have power in the area, in case you're curious on that. And there's a little bit of water coming in here for getting water in there, but there's no personal water or sewage being handled just yet. Not sure that's super necessary, and I don't have a sewage unloading or loading station anywhere, so where would this guy even deliver its stuff to if that is something I wanted? If I want this temporarily, I may just have to build one out here, which should be relatively fast. Just have to find where I can attach you. There's a sewage tank, there's a sewage tank, there's a sewage line here that is not used. Okay, Okay, with that in mind, get me a sewage unloading. It's not treatment, sewage loading, unloading. Yes. It will just have to flow up there, but up there is probably the trigger point here because we would have to go up the hill. That's not going to work very well. Instead, is there another place out here? Could you? Yes, this one may actually work. Let's get you situated here. Let's take you. Let's make sure that you stay off the road. Yeah. No. Yeah. That you stay off the road, get me a sewage pipe, probably just, honestly, a small one. This is just going to be a truck delivery. It's not going to be very difficult. And see if you can get in here some way or another. And I think the answer is going to be, yeah, it's happy. Okay, well, if it's happy, then that one can do the thing that it wants to do. Construction offices, F3 for the underground view, and then helicopters, you can take care of this. Construction office 7, you can take care of the rest. And now, sewage unloading, that's good. I just need a couple sewage trucks also be available. And I'm going to try to use the map more than the scrolling, because the scrolling really gets on my nerves. And get one of each of these. I think one yellow and one red one should do the trick. Send them all the way up here to the technical service office. Talk to you. Maybe this is worse. Maybe this is worse than scrolling, because we're clearly still scrolling and not just teleporting to the place that we want to be. But that's all fine. Last time moving over here. Sorry, frog. In throat. Annoying. Bio-waste. Fertilizer. This is going to be a constant problem, and it's super frustrating and super annoying and super unnecessary, and I don't like it. But the train that is currently running here does not have a chance to actually do what I want it to do, and someone is stuck. No, it's not stuck. They're just sitting here. Okay, good. Yeah, that's not the end of the world. But the train is obviously full all the time and can't do what I need it to do. So we have to do two things, neither of which I love, but it will be fine. This train specifically, when you get to the last unload... Oh, darn it. When you get to the last... How's the train not assigned to this? Oh, there it is. Cool. When you get to the last unloading station, you can't get anything unloaded here because everything is already full. And there's only one extra thing to do. That extra thing to do would be... And you actually don't even have this one. I associated this with a couple distribution offices now, Magically and Volochevo. Volochevo is down here, this distribution office that really takes all the bio-waste that was sitting there to the right place. Totally to the right place. But yeah, if you want to dump it off there, that's fine. If you can't, what I would like you to do, train, is go to the last one here. And that one I would like you to load whatever you want to load from here, and then take it to the burner. That's why we have this extra connection. Unload, wait until unloaded, because it is possible that we have some mixed waste sitting here, and we're not able to unload stuff. I hope that the bio-waste can be unloaded, but I also hope that the bio-waste can just get pushed straight into the incinerators that are sitting here, and there shouldn't be, well, it should just be ash, if anything, left over after we're done with that. But yeah, the train is just unable to cope with anything, and I need to put the bio-waste somewhere right now, and I'm not planning, I'm not going to plan to, and send you over here right away if you could. I'm not going to plan the whole farming industry right now, because I don't see the return on that investment to get us anytime soon. These arrows are running the wrong way. Does that mean I have... Yes, that means I have... Wait. Did I not switch this around? No, you're going that way. You're going that way. You're going that way. This one... Oh, it's this guy. For some reason, that drop-off zone just wants to have the arrow point the other way. But nobody cares about you. Okay, this is all good. That guy should be totally able to get to where it wants to go, and I just want to hope that it can unload what it needs to unload, and then we should be fine. Because those are all the that's all the bio-waste for the whole region. The transfer containers were overflowing over here, which obviously caused some issues in the city because everyone was unhappy, and then the coal truck broke down that was supposed to deliver to that, and everything was just going to crap. So yeah, this city had to be completely Revived. Why are words so hard? And that's where we are now. Now, on the bright side, we do have enough fuel now to continue, and I do think our refinery is starting to produce the output that we want again. This one is nice and full because our helicopters are doing what they're supposed to do. So I think our tanker can be rearranged to not go beyond the border anymore. Instead, you can go down to our pumping harbor, load. Let's see here. Refinery 500. This one, yes, you need to load. You need to fuel. You need to wait until loaded. And to that one, actually, I don't want you to wait until loaded because that could cause other issues. That one just needs to be deleted. And then you go there, there, there. Perfect. That's exactly what I want you to do. And you are sitting at this pumping harbor already. That's great. Cement chip is slowly unloading a little bit, and you want to get a couple vehicles, and that's all fine. I did get a couple cement wagons moving. There they are. They're just bringing cement into the construction area. This is, again, just part of turning the construction area on. And that's really it. F7, if you have the FPS sitting in the very top right, is yellow because that's the game FPS. So, can you help with this? No, you cannot. This has to be construction office 7 to make that one work. That all sounds good. Okay. Heat, we don't have to do anything yet, and everything else should also be fine. No, I feel good about all this. Do you want to just skip the red light and skip another red light? If you only skip the first one, you're really not gaining absolutely anything. You have to skip the second one too, and hopefully the second one is appropriately red. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. They're just gonna go home. I should have just sent this one home manually, but we'll fine. Yeah, this is all being electrified. That's why they're sitting there. Okay, let's build the asphalt vehicles that you wanted, and then we can look at the next trash issue before we go back to the line and make sure that that all gets produced the way that we need it to produce. So this guy is producing, obviously, the cistern trucks. That is wonderful, and we do need a ton of those. We need this thing to be at least full, which with 10 vehicles, we're not going to be full. Maybe with 20 or so, we will be okay. So instead of using that one, maybe... No, this is all Mars cars. This is all unsafe to produce something funny. This is our main beat production. You're Mars production. You are Mars. These should all be Mars production right now because we need that money. I think we're going to turn this one into our construction office situation where we only unload into you and nothing else. Get rid of you. Thank you. No vehicles are currently finished. That's good. Do we have any dollar versions? The bulldozer big. I don't even think we can run that one. A roller? Yes, I think this one is a much nicer roller. And this is the first time we're building these. Unpause, I think. This is the first time we're building these, so that should be fine. Oh, that's a pretty sewage tank with smaller capacity. That's not very helpful. And then let's just turn this off, see what else we can get. The excavator is too big to be transported by most vehicles, so I'm not interested. Similar with the combine, I do think the flatbeds that we have right now wouldn't work with them. But I would like the paver, because I do think the paver on the western side was very effective. Where are you? There's the paver. 45. That sounds a lot faster than the alternative on this side. And now that I know that's P for paver, I can just click on this. You're 31. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do the paver on this side. And we're going. All I'm going to do is build 2 of them because we have the money. Not personal car. Get rid of you. And see, let's do, how many do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And when we're done with those, I just send them to one of these sites, and life will be good and fine, and everyone will be happy. You probably want to build a couple more of those because you potentially have a few of them that have already overstayed their welcome. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Numbers are right down there. Perfect. Great. So that can get built. Now, next problem. This guy. We're slowly filling up on ash. This is not surprising, but it's annoying. What's also annoying is I don't have an easy way to load these up because I didn't take them into transfer stations, and I think what we're going to do is take this one and actually deactivate it because are you going to be able to fit a transfer station in there? That's a good question. We can just do a small one, but I think it's very likely that a transfer station can actually fit in the spot of this guy, so that's what we're going to do. And to do that, we're just going to effectively remove that connection entirely. Cool. We have these guys sitting here, and they're supposed to bring whatever trash is sitting here to other places, so that distribution office is full. This one is not doing much. That is good. I'm not sure why there are some of these trucks there, but maybe they're delivering out to these buildings, which have everything they need. So, ash, where should it go? Somewhere we don't really plan on doing anything else with, because this is just going to be a general storage and nothing else. And I feel like up here is not terrible, but it will be hard to get to. Out here is not terrible, but same thing. It could be harder to get to. And do you really want to have ash sitting up here that will just blow in your face all the time? You know what? Maybe. There's also this whole area right here. The trick with the ash places is you want to have several, and it's all about the size. And sadly, the game doesn't tell you the size of these, but the more surface area you have, the faster ash gets blown away. Yeah. I wanted to say dissipated, but I don't think that word fits here at all. But this is what we're going to do. We're just going to have a couple of these dumps. Sure, if you want to be connected to multiple dumps, we only have to drop off in one place, and it should be relatively evenly split. Don't mind that at all. Oh yeah, this is like 3 in 1 drop-off location. That's cool. We do need a road connection that gets us to somewhere. I highly doubt this is not going to give us what we want, so we're just going to complete that, complete this, and then obviously all we're going to have to do is drop off right there, and they will get the ash just, well, put wherever they want to put the ash. And then can we do something similar here? Can we do like, oh wow, we have so much room here. You want to connect to that thing? I don't mind that. Don't mind that one bit. Another one here, and then another one right below that, and we have more than enough ash storage for this area. I don't know how much ash we're producing. I don't know that I want to care. I just know that I need it to be taken care of, so I'm not going to do min-max math on this one. I'm just going to make them available to as drop-off zones. Is really all we're doing here. And do we need some more garbage trucks to make this possible? I don't know. Maybe. Are you guys picking up what you're supposed to do here? It looked like they were. They should have enough gravel available, and that's probably another question that we have to answer. Do we have enough gravel available? We have gravel here, but are you loading up from here? Probably. We are full there. We are not full here. We're not full here. So it probably would make sense to, you know, have a ship there that at least export the excess gravel that we have again when the 3rd gravel location now that someone's gonna get annoyed by. That's okay. That's fine. You do you. What are we doing here? We have 1 room for a thing. Okay, let's buy a thing. There's no aggregate loader on this side, right? No, just tankers. Okay. Container Express, no thank you. We have the Luba now. That's our go-to. 67 million. Yes, please talk to me. All you're going to do is a standard gravel run. I don't think we have a repair station for you out here, which is a little unfortunate because that just means we are going to waste a little bit of time getting to where I want you to go, because obviously you have to take the whole route out here, eventually get to the harbor. So what I want you to do, I want you to go from there to the eastern side. Then find my little buoy out here. Cool. I have to do that first. Lame. And then go here. Move this waypoint. No, this is not what I wanted you to do at all. Go away. Go away. Go away, probably. If you must, you can come out here first. Get repaired. You're not doing anything. Then you can go to... No. I want you to do the border first. There we go. Aggregate storage, border. After border, go to the buoy. After buoy, go to repair. And after repair, go pick up more gravel. Cool. That's what I want you to do. Now go. Do your thing. Are you unloading at the border? Yes, you are. Are you loading until you wait until loaded? Yes, you are. Those are all excellent things. And the only thing we're probably missing is some fuel in that location, which means you, sir, with your 19, this one's supposed to help with that. Yes, yes it is. Where are my tankers? Some tankers are sitting there. Let's talk to the tanker production down here. We're only going to use 5, so this should be easy. Where are you? You are here. Okay, bring as many as you can down there. Then let's check something here. Do you get your own fuel? No, you're not getting your own fuel. You can deliver fuel to this guy. You can deliver fuel to your friend and more. There you go. Pick up from right there, deliver to there, and deliver to there. And yeah, I think we're going to use this one to unload a couple people over here, but we'll see how serious we will be about that right now. Construction-wise, this is not bad. I do think I would like at least one of them done sooner rather than later, so we can start offloading those things. I don't like that this guy hasn't even started yet. You have an excavator sitting there. You need 58 tons of gravel. And how much gravel is being delivered? Bunch. Okay, that's just... We're playing on slow, so that's fine. City, have you returned to former glory? Not yet. Not yet. Oh! There was another problem in this city, and it looks like it's better now. I actually took 4 metros out of circulation. Why? Because I had people sitting in the vehicle for, at this point, over 3 hours. And if you're already over 3 hours and just come to a spot where you're definitely going to have a queue, you're not going to make it. And that queue would effectively mean people got less stuff done and were obviously less happy because of that. And now this looks like it's doing much better. Yeah, we had most of the buildings that are close to this station specifically had relatively big issues because it also takes a long time for a train to load and unload because it just takes time. So yeah, I did take a couple trams out of circulation here just to get the backing up stuff done, and it looks like 2 on each route were the right call, so that is nice. How's it going over here? You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. That's good. I would assume that the train has come through at least once. Maybe? Yeah, maybe is right. There's so much traffic here, I love it. Let's go over here. Yes, it looked like you actually dumped off a bunch of mixed waste that's mostly bio waste, but mixed waste is mixed waste, so it looks like allowed that. And this one is also good. Everything got exported, all our nuclear waste is gone, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. But what can you do with nuclear waste? You can scrap it. So apparently it's update 0.9.0.8, so maybe half a year ago or so. This is a while ago. But they added the ability to scrap nuclear fuel at the cost of... Oh, I did destroy this because there was something wrong with it. It wasn't actually connected here. At the cost of a lot of pollution. A lot of pollution. And when I found that out, I was just like, okay, we have all these little islands available everywhere. Maybe we can build a scrapyard for the nuclear waste somewhere out here. Maybe even any of these. There should be more than enough room on there. And oh gosh, this one is actually perfect for what I'm thinking, because all you need is an input, and the output is a nuclear waste. You just transport that back to the island somewhere with helicopters, even because it's a remote island. You just need to bring a couple workers in every once in a while. They will want water. Maybe we'll build a tiny little water refreshment rate that will have pollution everywhere. That's not going to work well. I don't know how we're going to get water out here, which is why I don't want to solve this right now, but it is something that definitely needs to be solved. The thing that I have to solve right now is this guy currently does not have access to any helicopter platform here, because the helicopter platform that was there for some reason didn't look like it was connected anymore. So we're going to try this again. Just better, and hopefully it's going to highlight in the correct manner this time. And it looks like we can't do that until we get rid of this little bit of road. So let's get rid of that little bit of road. It should be assigned to something relatively soon. There's one relatively close by. So that's good. What I would like to see is what your range is. Your range is all of it. Cool. That is fine. How's exports going? Fine. No problems there. And we're back to here. Cool. Was that everything I wanted to solve today? You'd be surprised, but I think the answer is yes. Let's send all these mixers out here. Let's reassign your source. Did I click the wrong button there? No, it didn't take it. Good. Let's reassign the source to you. Good. So you can get your cement from right there, and that's all I really wanted to see here. And you, effectively, when you're done with all of this, moving the vehicles around, I will unassign you entirely, and well, maybe just leave it. I was considering having a road connection here that also goes across the rail, but I don't think that's necessary. What are you guys currently working on anyways? You're currently working on still a lot. What are you mostly needing? This source of workers platform is not there. Yeah, I understand. So all we have to do is really assign this to our friends down the road, and then that's fine. Should I deliver some workers out here? The answer is yes. Yes, you should. But the time, that 1 hour that they will wait here, is so short that none of the vehicles that I have will be able to make it to this bus stop. It's that 1 hour is even short enough for if the vehicles, if the construction office is this far away from it, that they may still not even make it out there before the people despawn. So I kind of don't want to waste my workers on this right now. I much rather would like this city to have some workers in it, and then use them to, well, do the dirty work for me effectively, and I think we can make that happen. As you can see, we got a couple pieces of road done, and I think I know what I would like to do for the city. If you're a Patreon or YouTube member, you already know how this is kind of going to look because of the first failed attempt of of episode 62, the previous one. But let's see. I did find that I like the idea of having a bypass road here, and the game makes it relatively easy to make that happen. So this feels good. I don't need to go too far, do I? No. Do you want 2 junctions here or not? I think I'm okay with 2 junctions. Have you go... You don't have to go that far, because I actually would like a crossing somewhere in that general vicinity. This is fine. Cool. So that can go there. Do you want a crossing right here too then? Yes, I think so. But too steep of an incline. So let's adjust that a little bit. We have a much better chance right here, which at that point you may as well take this as your overrun point. And we do need these because emergency services have to have access to the other side of the city. No matter what we do, they need access to the other side of the city. Police does. Firefighters do, and ambulances need them. Snowplows, yes, but they're more a, well, if you have roads there, you should have snowplows there kind of thing, if that makes sense. This is supposed to be a nice little waterfront. I hope I can make it as pretty as I did before. Look at that cool swooping little road doing its thing. That's nice, and to start, I really just need a couple things. Luckily, we already have gravel here, so construction office, I made a new construction office too. That's the group up here. Already has access to this, so they can get that one done. I would actually prefer it if we can make this one a single node. Thank you. Construction office 2, there you go. Now you're on the task. You can also deliver to that and to that if you feel so inclined. We will need more construction offices out here, otherwise it's never going to get done, especially for repairs later. But I'm expecting it to go somewhere in this area. Okay, let's build the basics. The basics that we need is a way for everyone to get what they need, which will be all surrounded by surrounding this building. This is the motherlode building, the main building, and we do need the road connections or the footpath connections somewhere in these locations. So let's do that. But yes, everything has to be connected to this thing. Ideally in a way that only the workers that get delivered electricity problem is bad. Let's go check that out. Construction office all the way out here. Don't care, I think. No, we don't care about this one. The only thing that doesn't get is no fuel, but nobody cares about that. I was worried that the power plant shut down, but It did not. It did not. I probably need to increase the number of workers here a little bit to make sure that that's not going to be a problem, but that should be fine. Okay, what was I saying? Yes, I would prefer if people don't have to go through the station to extend their range, because then they may take up space in the station that we want for other things. I would much prefer if they can just make it to the different locations by foot, and to enable that, we're either going to go over or under, and I prefer over when I can make it work. So here is our over-under. There is part of me that thinks we may be able to build this up into the mountain. No. I don't think we can get into the mountain on that side. Put another one here, and then one on this side, and excuse me. Someone said you can effectively always build that, this footpath in here, even if it doesn't show right away. I'm just hoping to not have to fact check that fact, and that would be great. Another footpath connection here, another one here, because those are not directly connected. And then, sure, one can go there, and sure, one can go here. Whoa. There you go. No, you just don't like that one, do you? Sure, you can make this connection, and then we can just argue about it later. That looks terrible. Good. Get all of that in. Let's build our pieces that we actually want. I know this. I know this already. I would like a city that we know needs 3,000 people for the steel plants that we want. We need just a couple hundred people for work. We probably need some more for scrapping. So scrap metal, definitely. Scrap aluminum could make sense here. But we can't forget that there is a lot of bauxite sitting on this island specifically, I think. Let's go triple check that. Yes, it's at the end of this island. So right here, there's a ton of bauxite. So this can be just bauxite mines and bauxite production and bauxite processing. Shuffle it down here. And then somewhere in this area, we could do aluminum production. But aluminum and alumina do take a lot of pollution. Yes, they will add a lot of pollution to the area. So if we do that, I know it's dark right now, if we do that, it has to be far enough away where that does not affect us. And one thing I would like to do is build the core of the city about 4,000 strong, and then build... I have to watch out here, because the view problem was a problem of... I'm probably closer to the 8,000 mark than the 7,500 mark, which a large shopping center can handle. And if we do that, if I want to go much bigger than that, I have to just plan with 2 shopping centers at least. That's the basic minimum. All the other amenities, 1 is probably fine, but 2 shopping centers may be necessary. And we can do a double shopping center setup here. That's not really a problem. Maybe I'm going to do that anyways, because, yeah, I would like to have another city here. I would definitely like to have one other city here, and potentially another city right here, if we can put them all together. Again, this is our central hub. This is where all the workers are going to go through. That would... feel good enough for me, just in general. I am trying to convince myself that I may want trains to come back into the end station on this side. Or on this side. They could all enter on the same side. And they would have to come back from here, and then they would go back in here. And just one of these stations needs to be connected straight. You can do that with that one, most likely. Yep. There's a connection right there that we can use. You can't do that with the other one. So... Hold on to that thought for now. It'll be okay. But yes, I want this big enough. Aluminum, metallurgy, yes. For the bauxite processing plant, 25 workers. That is not as little as for the iron. Just keep that in mind. So we need 75 for these if we just run 1. I'm probably going to run multiple, because 45 times 50, it's like 250 tons of raw bauxite. I know that we can use excavators here, but 250 tons, which means it's a 1 to 2 if we get 100% source. Which probably means we need 2 of these. So that's just 150 people, that's fine. But this one needs another 370. Let's round that up to about 1,000 per workday. And then this one needs another 350. It's rounded up to 1,000 again. So if I want to run bauxite, if I run aluminum just with a single plant each, and this is a single one, let's math this out, because why not? I need aluminum oxide. I can produce 33 tons of aluminum oxide, and I need to consume 52. That's like 2 of these and 1 of these. That's another 3,000 workers right here. That if I want to run this at 100%. And to do that, I need 77 tons of bauxite, which this one can produce enough. So I need 2 of these, 1 of these, which means I probably need 2 of these. 2, no. 1 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these. 3,000, 3,300, 3,500. So I need another just large enough city that can run that. And we are at 8,000 people now at least, so I'm going to add 2 shopping centers, 2 shopping malls. They will be connected to each other. They will have the same... actually, I'm going to have... Well, let's see how we connect them. How would you connect them? Should you just have the warehouse in the middle and just have the meat be shuffled around with forklifts? Unlikely that that's going to work, because the likelihood of when I ship in people here that the shopping center at any point is overloaded is relatively high. And by overloaded, I literally mean just you have a train drop off or a bus drop off 150 people, and then you now have a line in front of the store, which means you no longer pull from the warehouse. I explained that before, that I find that is a really cool mechanic that the developers even thought of. But that may cause trouble. So we probably need 2 factory forklift connections. Not forklift connections, but 2 forklift setups. Let's see if I can get this in here, and I like what the look of that is, because that will help me understand if what I'm babbling on about will make any sense at all. Let's assume that this is a good enough location, and I don't see a good reason why this won't be, because behind us is just a mountain, so it can't really fit anywhere else. I like the idea of it just facing itself, like so. And I also like the idea of it having the road connection on the north side, because that should make delivery easier and not interfere with our normal traffic on this side of town. So that's all fine. Again, we need a warehouse and road connections are on this side, but the real delivery has to happen on this side. That's fine. We can flip the whole thing around if you don't like what you're doing here. I probably could. Let's see what I'm doing first. How much do we want of everything? I probably want bigger than the small warehouses that we had before, because we now have to handle 2. This is what I mean. If we now have lines in front of the store, it will not pull, and that's not good enough unless we drop off. So put this one... Yeah, if we put this one here, we still have the actual connection to deliver something on the south side. So I think I don't like that. I think I'm going to get rid of you 2 first. I know now what the spots are, where they're going to go. And let's add these in somewhere. If I add you here, that feels fine. And then add the meat storage. I really highly doubt that we will ever have a bigger meat storage than this one. So that should be fine, but we have to set this up in a way that I would like a cargo station connected to this, but you see how far we're away now with this connection. The forklifts will not be able to catch up with this. All right. Let's see what else do we... Let's do the cargo station first. Okay. Let's do the 6-stall cargo station first. We're going to rotate you like this. That will get us the first hint at where we have to station something. I'm just doing this to try something different, really. And we just saw the problem at the view, and hopefully I learned from it. And we'll see how that works out. But then I do want this one. I just want you a little closer to... like a little closer to the north part of this. So the meat storage doesn't have to have that much further to travel than you have to travel. This feels fine, but now the meat storage here obviously had that problem that we need a specific factory connection to get you connected to all the things that we care about, which will be potentially here, or I like that pause, or now we put you right here. It's still longer, yes, but now we can actually set the cargo station where we want it. T is how you flip, in case you are newer to the game. That may not be obvious. But we can probably place you somewhere here. You're currently being blocked by that thing. Hello, helicopters. Hope you're having fun. T, yes. Somewhere right here. That's fine. I'm trying not to block my road connection right there. This should be okay. So if you plop in here, you really don't have to use a cargo station for this. You could just do direct delivery to meat and to the warehouse. So if this doesn't work, I may switch over to that situation. So it would go right here. You can just do the meat as a special delivery, and the warehouse gets the rest. That I like. That I like. The warehouse is going to go somewhere else. Well, it's going to go right there, but it's going to go somewhere else. Ooh. Why didn't you do this? This makes a lot more sense to me. Okay, if we put that one there, and then put our 2 forklift garages... But, oh, these still need fuel. You have to make sure that these can get fuel. Right now, that's not obvious. So you would go somewhere... Probably... Well, you would go... No, you have to go like this, and then like this. Or like this, and then you have the drop-off on the north side. Okay. They just have to drive this distance, and we need 2 forklift garages to at least run this, and I will use the distribution office to support the delivery of goods as well. So you can hear that I'm not happy with it yet. It's because I'm not happy with it yet. I don't think I like that cargo station where it is. I think it will cause more trouble than anything else. I would put you probably on the north side. Yes, so we have a normal access point for you. That's fine. The forklift garage does work like a factory connection as well, so they can drive through each other to get wherever they want to go. We will put you 2 here. Then we put the meat storage on this side, honestly, because it requires less... Should require less traffic. It's a little bit out of the way, I understand. But it should be fine. And then the last one would go over here. Yep, terraform, all that stuff. That looks good. That's fine. And everything is connected nice and well. I can still choose to have a cargo station connected to that, but we probably no longer need the big one. A small one is going to be just sufficient. We're driving on the right, so this direction probably makes more sense. I highly doubt that the road cargo station is a through station. There's no indicator here, and I did ask for that too before. But I think what we want to do is make this meat storage our main road in and out. There you go. There you go. You would go Come on, I can see the mountain, but I know that you want to do this. Just do it for me. Thank you, Safe. Thank you, Autosave. If you could make this a little more drivable. You could also just go to the north side and then not worry about this. Let's go to the north side and not worry about this, because we need something that's closer to the normal direct driving line anyways. So you would go here, that's fine. I think if the north side is going to be our access point, I will just slightly move this around, still trying to not have them interfere with each other as much as possible. Then you would go in there for delivery. You're interfering right now because you're coming from the outside and driving across where the connection is. So just turn it around. The interference can be on this side. Would you block too much if we do this? I don't think there's going to be that much traffic here, so stop worrying about it. Okay, understood. So you would leave this way, you would come in this way, you would come in there, that's just fuel delivery, and you would come in here, also just fuel delivery, that's meat delivery. That all feels fine. I will give you a bone for better emergency access, which will be right there, so that's good. Now all we need is just a quick factory connection, and I'm going to do it like this, kind of, so that our 2 shopping centers that we're going to build now can just be connected from right there. This is not the shortest distance for the delivery there, but forklifts are not the greatest. There are good forklift garage mods with like 8 and more forklifts. Maybe 2 of those will be enough to run the whole thing, but I like the idea of backing them up with the distribution offices on top of the forklifts to just keep it all topped up all the time, because at some point, some of those vehicles need to be replaced, and by the nature of how cities are built, all the forklifts will show up exactly at the same time, which means they will have to be replaced exactly at the same time, and that can cause trouble in and of itself. So I think I am happy with this setup. I think these are almost looking at each other. Let's see if we can level this out enough to make it a relatively flat road. I think we have. Again, we're going to have deliveries coming through here. So let's give them a chance to get the road access here that they desire. That looks good. Get all of those things built. As you can see, we're making nice progress on here. And I didn't get my dream scenario where probably everyone that lives across the street will have access to walk to these shopping centers, but I think we are relatively close, at least, to getting most people some access to the shopping centers, which at some point we're just going to have to call it good enough. Because as long as this guy has access to both, and it's 237 meters, that's not nothing, but it's enough. That should be all we really care about here. These are too short to be built with anything else, so they can go in there. And these are just obviously shopping centers. What else do we need? Oh, don't ask silly questions. We still need everything else. And this city is going to take a little while to get done. But we know now that we want at least 8,000 people. I have built this so that we can support 15,000, so I can even add more cities afterwards. I really want to. Court overwhelmed. I hope this is an outdated message with just old notifications sitting there. Yeah, this list is not too long. It's not being overwhelmed right now. This list is not too long. It's not being overwhelmed right now. So stop lying to me, please. That's scary. When that message shows up, you better jump. Where are you? You guys have built a couple things here. You're constructing that. That looks good. You're getting gravel. That also looks good. You are not getting cement yet. Oh, this one is set up the wrong as the default way, which is not really helpful. So let's set that one around. These buildings are getting completed. That's wonderful. Yeah, construction offices. These are all roads that you guys can take care of. So please take care of them. Thank you. And moving on. Okay, on this side of town, because we need it to be relatively large, I think I will make the core about 3,000 people. And then the surrounding cities, maybe even 4,000, so we can actually run the steel melts fully. And I don't know if we actually have enough steel and iron to do run it fully, but we're going to try it anyways. I do want a couple of the Nerper flats in the background here by the train station, because it feels nice. Is this completely necessary? Absolutely not, but it gives me a quick way to get, looks like 2,400 people in here, and then we can just have a nice little waterfront that we built on top of this. This is a little different than what I did originally, but I think I like this better, as long as we can get this footpath connection to do our bidding. Autosave showed up right at the right time to make sure that I can't do my little trick with the short footpath connections. There we go. Now I got all the way up there. That's what we needed. Then you ideally get all the way up there and connect in here. That's also fine. I figured we will probably run a simple connection from here. Also good. There you go. And then one more from here. And I'm not anticipating to make this whole thing super packed, but I do want all the commercials to stay on this side and just the basics to go on this side for residential, etc. And then a couple buildings somewhere else. For example, a couple buildings. There was one building in particular that actually fits right in here, and I would love to make that happen again, like so. But I think I want the road connection on the other side. I think it'll just look more funny. There we go. That's our accounting office. Every time you drive through here, that's what you're gonna see. That feels good. This honestly feels sufficient. So I am happy to continue with that. Let's get all of this assigned. That's the footpaths. Get those done. Monuments and all those things will come later. let's keep planning for what we need for the commercial district. So the shopping center rarely ever comes without, you know, a theater attached to it. And the theater does not need a road connection. That's just historically proven. So that's what we're going to use. And the theater, and I always forget about this. Oh, it doesn't tell you the attraction. Some of the buildings do tell you the attractions, the attraction type, and some don't. If we go to tourism, do you have to be here for it to tell you that? It tells you attraction type: museums, cool. Galleries, doesn't do super hot, but then this guy, the side towers, actually perform really well. So those are the ones that we're going to put in places like on top of a mountain, which will be right here. I know it's hard to see, but it's on top of the mountain. So we'll get you in there. Do we need a... No, we don't even need a little bridge to get you connected, but that's an attraction, and I think I want one more attraction that we can use. What's this? Dance Hall Romantics, Ukraine, Concert Hall, the zoo. Gosh, I never get to use this one. Zoo's an aquarium. I would like one. Just because I would like one. I don't know that I need one, but I would like one. So let's plop this one here, and if we do run into issues of getting this one built, we know that we need a road connection, which we will definitely have enough room to make that a reality, so that's good. I do try to leave enough room everywhere, because we also need trash and other things that eventually need to be connected to all of this. So if you come down there a little bit, and there you go. What else do we need in the city? Really everything. What do we not need in the city? We need... Let's go down our list. So we have a couple of residentials, cool. We have shopping centers, obviously. We do need a pub, and because of where we are and like the size of what I'm expecting to be unloaded here, we do need a large pub. Let's get this one in here again. I'm trying to keep the deliveries out of the normal traffic zone, which will be here because we're going to deliver people by bus. Bring them out by bus. There could be an argument that this is not the greatest junction for that, but I think it may be okay. So all the people just have to come down here and get whatever they feel like they need to get from this area. So you can go there, you can go there. I like footpaths that are relatively close to the road. I think that's okay. And then yeah, you just get in extension. That's what it is, not extenuating. It's something in law. To get that connection in there. Good. We got the pub, we got a cinema, we don't have a gallery of art, I don't want one. We don't have a radio, and yeah, we do need a sports hall. I did have to add a new one of these. Did I show you that? I don't remember, but there was a little bit of unhappiness, and I have a sports hall sitting right there to keep the happiness in this city up. They really couldn't get sport, so that was one of the bigger issues that we ran into, and if I could... Do you just want to have a gymnasium or sports hall, sports place, like tucked away behind the other commercial? I've seen this before, where it's just like the sport, and it's like youth sport, like your afternoon club sports, if you have those, are just like in a effectively commercial district that is not super commercial anymore. And that's what that feels like. I kind of like it. Yeah. Let's put you right there. Which brings me to the next one. Don't put a footpath here. Why not? Because we need a school. What's the right size of school? We probably need the really big one, but the small one would actually fit here, so I'm very tempted to get that one. Like, not the small one, this is even the second largest one. 360 versus 540. It's more than half the size, but yeah, you actually fit perfectly in here. And I would like that. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And then we can get this footpath in here. I know we have a bunch of footpaths there, but... They no longer cut up the construction zone, so this should not cause any issues, really. They will just get a footpath right there, and you can get a footpath here. Yes, that school, actually great where it is. I would like to see how our school is doing here, and what size I chose, because obviously I forgot. That's the school that we chose, and this one doesn't have anyone in front. You have 25, 203... The 360 may just be enough, and if it's not, it's just like one extra small school that I probably have to add somewhere, which, well, we're probably at the same school size, honestly. I think we'll be okay. I think that one is okay. I like the spot that it's in, so that's why we're going to keep it exactly the way it is. What other things do we need? Down here, unless you need another sport, which is indoor pool, could go anywhere. Maybe not right next to that thing, but it could go here. Did I mention that this is just all for commercial on this side of the... Yes! On this side of the shopping center. That's precisely what it is. So these guys also have to just be connected there. That feels good. Moving down the list. We need fire station. I have decided that I'm probably just going to start doing the small fire stations. Why? Because I'm never going to go more than 2 fire trucks again, because we have the big tankers and those are the only ones that we're using, so I'm never going to use 4. I will try not to use any helicopters unless there are very specific circumstances to do it, and we do know that this fire station actually works perfect, not like the large fire station that we also tried before, so I feel pretty confident that this is the fire station of the future, and that's what we're going to do. Hospital. This is a large town. There's no way I can get away with a small hospital, so let's make sure this goes over here. And I will actually give myself a little bit of something pretty, potentially. Let's take this one back just a little bit. Here's a junction. This junction I would like to use, F2 to see a little bit what we're doing here. This junction I would like to use for emergency vehicle access. And there are a couple things that I want out of this. One of them would be a university, and I like the medical university, just because we haven't used it a lot, and I would like to run you close to the mountain. Not too close, but close to the mountain, and again, they're all in walking range of the station, so worst case, we'll be fine, probably. Otherwise, I just have to think of something. But you can go there. I would like you to be connected into this. Even a relatively sharp turn is fine. Then on top of you, next to the hospital, next to the university, there is the hospital, which should have access to the whole city wherever it wants to go. It can even go through there. It can even go on this road to make those connections. We can even give you a quicker access road to this thing, unless there's something else I want to put in there, which I don't know. That's the hospital. Then we need a police station, obviously. We need more than one police station, but this is one of the police stations that we definitely have to place. And if I can, I would like you on the same note as the hospital. Yes, we can. I realize that the angle is not as good, but it should get us the connection that we need. And now we have to question, are there any more things that we need out here that need a footpath connection that the police station just blocked? And I think the answer to that question is probably going to be likely. Very likely that that is going to be the case. So I think we're going to move the police station closer to here, and that should be good. And then we still need a secret police, which was hoping would fit here. Obviously, that's never going to happen there. So secret police, do you want to be on this side or do you want to be on this side? Now, we do have a lot of emergency vehicles coming through here, and I do consider secret police emergency vehicles. You can't go there. You probably... undo! Undo that, please. So I guess you're just going to go on this side. If I take you far enough back, you get the access that you need, and that is fine. Look at that. No. Let's see if we can wiggle this free a little bit. Not with that. No, it doesn't want to. Okay. Just remove this bit of rail and this bit of rail. It was so ugly. It just did it too. It was just like, oh yeah, no problem. Bloop. They can't drive on dirt. There you go. That one can go in there. And we probably have a pretty good start for the city. And these things all have to be built. We don't have a kindergarten yet. I always add those later. We don't have enough technical service offices yet because we do need deliveries done. Deliveries. We need snowplows. We need deliveries done. So for deliveries, for distribution office deliveries, that probably should go somewhere up here or even closer to the source. There's a lot of room right here that we can throw them in. So we can probably plan on that, which means I just really need a technical service office access somewhere in this area, and Trash. Yeah, we also need to handle trash. So I think this is the first one, F2. Where can you do something here? You could do something there, or you could do something here, but this is not a good connection to anything. So I think up here is going to be one access point. You just need to find out where you're going to put the trash, and I don't know where that's going to be yet. Yeah, as usual, a lot more stuff going on that we have to figure out, and I am happy to do that when the time is right. Looks like you are really begging for a quick and dirty footpath connectivity. There we go, and there's a road right there, so I don't want to go past that. But that one can go in there, that one can go in here. Technically, these are connected. You need to go over there. So the game has been doing that, where even though the footpaths do not interrupt roads anymore with the nodes, they do stop construction. And I've seen that before, and it's quite annoying, but it's just the way it is, so we'll be fine. But let's get all of these assigned and constructed, and if you want, you can get started on these footpaths as well, because at some point they all have to be built. And there you go. So more construction ahead. Shouldn't be surprising to anyone. All of this is good. You should have water now to produce what you need. Number of workers is 0. That's okay. We are getting some in every once in a while, and it's about to start snowing. I am not... Yeah, we're going to go for winter. And after winter, I'll be back, and we will complete the city. Hopefully, a couple buildings will already be done. Actually, hopefully, a couple buildings will not be done because we won't have firefighters available to do anything, and I'm not going to ship them in. I know it's a risk, but it's a risk worth taking, totally. There is something out here that we absolutely have to start constructing so we can complete our rail construction, which is the fuel station out there, obviously. Let's do this to have a nice little connecting roundabout road that if we do road upgrades, when we do road upgrades, I will do asphalt at least on the main road coming in here. We get all of that done, and yeah, this feels good. Helicopters, I'll let you do this one. I know this is like, why even bother making a road connection then? That's for later. That's for figuring out how all the things need to work. But this all feels good. Should you have a fire station turned on there, or should you build this fire station down here? To cover the area. I just said you're not going to ship in any firefighters, but maybe that's a stupid idea. It might be a stupid idea. Okay, I'll think about it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time. As you can see, a lot more stuff to do. Everything is big and large and pompous. Yes, probably. But as usual, another test happening over here, if that's going to be good enough. It should be. It should be just fine. And the attractions that we supply over here should be fine. Can we just fit another school building right here, and if you don't need it, you just turn it off? Yes, that would be cool, because then we have a capacity that's definitely going to be enough, and I think there's a good chance this will just fit. Easy. Hello, snow. Yeah, you go there, you would just go on that side, but we're going to make those connections later on. Cool. I'm happy that fit. Hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.